Welcome back, Inebri-ites. This is Andy, the Inebri-art podcast, and we are recording live today at the Mayflower Brewery hometown Throwdown, and I'm sure you can hear all the noise in the background. We have some of the top chefs competing today in Plymouth. We have Jim Casey from the Blue-Eyed Crab and Malabar. We have Tyler Jorbit. We have Mike Wisdom from the Tasty, and we're going to try to get interviews with all these guys and report back on how things are going. And on top of the chef competition, we have a bartender competition. So it's one of the biggest events in town, hottest tickets, and it's all for charity. So we're going to be reporting throughout the day of what's going on and who takes home what victory. And so let's get into the interviews. Okay, so we're here with Jeff Nardone of Mayflower Brewery.
How you doing, guys?
Welcome to the show again, Jeff. And so how did all this get started 4 years ago?
Just brainstorming, trying to come up with creative ways to work with our partners and collaborate with our restaurant groups, and, you know, kind of a little frustrated with the lack of attention that these awesome chefs were getting in town. And so we just wanted to pump them up and do what we could to help them out. Worked originally with Mike Morway, Chef Morway,
Sure. Yeah.
when he was at Nosh. Him and I kind of put it together, and he helped me out quite a bit in organizing. Then, you know, it's just built from there. And, every year we add some new wrinkles, like the live streaming online and podcasts, and trying to add a lot of new restaurants, but tried to stick to our core and highlight local talent on the South Shore here. So.
And how many chefs are competing today?
We have 8 chefs competing, all local. The furthest they get away is Buzzards Bay and Wareham, but a lot of local restaurants here as well. Most of them sent bartenders to compete in the bartending competition as well. And,
And so, since it's our first year, is there 2 or 3 rounds?
Yeah, there's 3 rounds, actually. So they'll start with 8. All 8 chefs here will rotate through the 4 cooking stations. They're cooking their own signature dish. The only one rule in this first round is they have to use Mayflower beer.
Okay.
And the beer has to show up in the dish somehow for the judges. The second round, the rounds will be judged. They're judged by culinary experts. So it's not just a bunch of people in the audience.
Yeah. So then the second round
so the top 4 then go on to the second round, where there will be our first secret ingredient. They'll have to use that ingredient in a significant way, along with Mayflower beer.
Yep.
Because we think our beer should be anything.
Sure.
And then the top 2 will go on to the finals from there. And the bartending competition will run similarly. So you'll have 3 rounds for that. That'll be judged by cocktail experts from the local community. No, they're not looking for volunteers. So
And do you have any early picks of a winner this year?
You know what? No, I don't, because someone surprises me every year, and the talent is so tight. There's such good creativity coming out of all these kitchens. That I wouldn't be shocked if anybody moved on and anybody won.
Yeah, and I feel like any little mistake could throw someone.
Yeah, and it might be, you hear this term used a lot on the culinary shows. It might be gameplay. In other words, it might be an amazing dish, but if you can't taste the secret ingredient as much as somebody else,
sure, right, yeah.
that could play in.
Yeah.
So that's part of the judging, and they get scored on each one. So
awesome. Well, thanks for having us, Jeff. It's an awesome event, and I won't keep you so you can go chase down kids running around and stuff.
Yeah, no worries. Hey, listen, if you hear this and you want to come down next year, or you can get down today, that $25 entrance fee pays for an entire backpack full of food for some elementary school kid. So even just showing up for a few hours and getting some entertainment, you're really providing a great cause. All this money's going directly there. So help us feed some local families.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff.
Appreciate it, guys.
Okay, so we're here with Chef Jim Casey. who just finished his round. How do you feel about the first round?
So I think I feel pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. How do you feel about my first round?
Well, you were at the very far end.
You didn't get to see
so
it?
I didn't really get to see too much.
It went a lot faster than I thought.
Yeah, so you only get 30 minutes.
You get 30 minutes.
And what did you make?
I did a smoked breast on the grill, and I smoked it with a little bit of pine from the forest.
I saw you breaking up some branches. I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
And then I made a garlic Autobahn reduction.
Yeah.
And I finished it with a little butter. So I felt that garlic and the butter was going to mellow out the bitterness of the beer.
Yeah.
And the garlic really goes well with the beer, believe it or not.
Nice. Now I saw a little flame up. Was that intentional?
Yeah, because I was smoking stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So the wood's going to catch on fire.
Yeah.
Throw a little beer on that, That's all.
Nice. So is this your first time at the Throwdown, or have you competed here before?
I've been here every year. From the beginning.
Did you compete last year?
I'm the fucking OG, baby.
I didn't know you competed
OG.
last year.
Yeah.
So
I think I might be the oldest. Oh, me and Co. Me and Co are the oldest ones that have been here since day one.
So are you going to call a victory at this point, or any trash talk with the other chefs?
Nope, it's one game at a time, baby. It's Patriot season.
Do your
let me
job,
get past
right?
the first round and see what happens if I make it past the first round.
Nice, nice.
But I had a lot of fun, and it's for a great cause. So.
And any prediction on what the mystery ingredient is going to be?
No. But I'll tell you right now, Mark from Ella's is going all the way to the end, because that dude's fucking...
Yeah?
What he cooks, man, is always good. Always good.
I don't know him. We'll have to get him over here.
Mark from Ella's. Check it out in Wareham. But
awesome.
Check out my restaurants, too. But I love
Malbar and Blue-Eyed Crab.
Blue-Eyed Crab. Mark's a good friend of mine, so when a chef likes to get away, I let go to eat at his restaurant. So.
Nice. And so Blue-Eyed is offering up a dish as well today.
Yes.
Same
well,
one.
it's Blue-Eyed and Malabar.
Yeah, okay.
We got corn ribs with a little bit of black beans.
Yeah.
Some blackberry, black pepper blueberry jam.
Yeah.
And corn ribs.
Nice. Awesome. So
did you try it?
Man, corn is the one thing I just don't like.
Corn's good,
I've
man.
tried it like 100 times, and it's, it's just, I don't know.
I deep fried it, so go give it a shot.
All right, I'll give it a try.
All right.
So thanks for, best of luck.
Thank you.
I have to admit, though, I am Team Tyler.
Huh?
I am Team Tyler.
Fuck Tyler.
Okay, so we are here with Mark from Ella's Wood Burning Oven Restaurant in Wareham.
Yes.
You competed in the first round.
Yes.
You were the second up. Was there a little bit of intimidation following a chef like Jim Casey? Or?
Absolutely. I mean, every chef has their best and worst,
Yeah.
We're all here to do our thing for a good cause. The nerves were rolling.
Yeah, and so what dish did you go with?
We ended up with a seared sea scallop with grilled butternut squash. And we used a Love and Wrestling IPA.
Which
double
is a
IPA.
great beer.
Great beer.
Yeah.
We added some spices to it, burnt orange, and hopefully it's a winning dish.
Now, is this a dish that you can normally see at Ella's? I've yet to be to Ella's. Jim Casey kind of chewed me out because I told him I hadn't been there, and he's like, "You're missing out."
Yep.
But what kind of cuisine can you expect at Ella's?
So we use we cook everything with wood fire. We got a wood-fired grill. We have 2 wood-burning ovens that we cook pizzas in, appetizers, all sorts, good steaks, good seafood, all around, something for somebody, something for everybody.
And is it a new place?
No, we've been around for 11 years.
11 years? Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm late to the party, I guess.
Yeah, that's why we're here. We're trying to stomp our ground on Plymouth for a little bit.
Kind of pull some of
Get
the
our
Plymouth
name.
traffic.
Yeah.
Nice. So this is your first time to the hometown Throwdown?
Yeah, first time.
Is it what you expected? Like, what was the
it's a good
challenge?
time. I mean, it's challenging, but it's also fun,
Was there like one challenge that you weren't expecting, or?
No, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, you come here and cook with what you have. It's kind of like making a family meal.
Yeah. And there was not. Was there something that you should have brought? Like next year, you'll be like, I should have.
Maybe a food processor.
Yeah.
Maybe, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes down.
And who's your biggest concern competition-wise?
Oh, all the chefs are talented, so nobody differentiates.
You can tell
to
you're
me.
new. You're not trash talking
No,
anybody.
I'm not trash talking.
All the rest do.
We're here to just do our thing.
Yeah.
I'm watching Sukasa, Pat Gilmartin. He's very talented. Stephen Coe obviously won last year.
I think he's won the last 2 years, hasn't he?
Yeah, Jim Casey's a veteran.
Yeah.
So everybody's got something. Mike Wisdom's, he's been here before. This is my first year, so who knows? We'll see what happens.
Nice. And so is there online presence for Ella's, Facebook, website?
Yeah, Ella's woodburningoven.com.
They can Google it.
Yeah.
And so what beer are you planning on using in the next round?
We're probably going to use bitter, the old school bitter, and the porter if we go through.
I love the porter.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
So we try to elevate just one step further. And if we get to the third, elevate it one more.
Nice. All right, well, thanks for giving us a couple seconds to talk to, and I'll have to get over to Wareham. It's not too far. So
please come on by.
Absolutely. Thanks, man. All right, we're here with friend of the show, Mike Wisdom.
How's it going, everybody?
Widely voted the messiest chef of the competition.
Yes, that is
so,
correct.
There was a little mixer mishap. What happened?
So I pulled a rookie maneuver. I was blending a beet puree, and I took the cover off to taste it, and then I turned it back on with the cover off of it. So it was almost like today was my first day, and I made a mess all over my brand new apron.
But that's okay. It's someone else's problem.
It's not my problem. Exactly.
So what was it that you prepared today?
So I made a curry-dusted lamb rack. We made a white beet puree with some of the Mayflower beer. We pickled delicata squash and mushrooms with some Mayflower beer. And then we glazed some more beets with the Mayflower fruit tile. And a little bit of arugula and fermented fennel.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was a good dish, man. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with losing with that dish because it'd be one thing if I made something that I wasn't happy with, but I stand by it.
I mean, my thing is look at who is moving on.
Dude.
This whole competition is amazing.
I just told Rob he needs to win for the young guys.
Yeah. All I can think of is now I got to go to Ella's. I've never been there. They've moved on, so it's like
they're great. They're great stuff.
Yeah. So now that you're out,
you
don't have to be political.
Yeah.
Who's going to win?
Who's going to win? I think Rob Goldrick's going to take it.
And he's from Salt.
Yeah. I think he's the sleeper. I think he's going to take it, man.
And are you already starting to work on your menu for next year?
No, not at all.
Are they going to invite you back?
Probably not. No, probably not. I should hope not. If they were smart.
Usually, anybody that can't use a blender.
Yeah, it was rough. I'm covered in beets.
Yeah. So obviously, you're cooking in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So the pressure's on. What is like the one challenge that most people don't realize about cooking in such a short amount of time?
Something like this. So I just went last. So I had two things planned in my head. And we went to the pantry, and those things were gone. Something like that is tough. If you go first or second, you kind of have your pick of everything.
Yeah.
But the more people go, the less stuff there is. So, I ended up going with plan C, I guess.
So what was it that you were looking for that, they obviously sandbagged you and stole?
No, I was going to do a scallop dish. It was going to be kind of the same dish-ish.
Yeah.
Along the same lines. But you just have to call an audible sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that's part of working in a kitchen where the menu changes constantly.
Yeah. You'd think I'd be more prepared for something like this, huh? You'd think maybe I'd even make it to the finals.
Listen, Mike, there's lots of things I think about you. But not all of them are fit for radio.
Oh, God.
So we actually got a great spot where we're sitting. We got to watch you cook. We're watching Rob again.
I like it.
So I think it's going to be a great competition, and it's really anybody's game.
It really is. It's honestly, there's so much talent here right now. It's crazy. And it's nice to see the South Shore getting some recognition.
And one last question. How do you think I get to be a judge? I feel like that's got to be the best position.
They told me there was going to be 6 or 7 judges, so I think all you got to do is ask. Because there are not 6 or 7 judges. There's only 5, so.
Shit, I'm going to start bugging Nardone right now.
Maybe just go sit down and act like you own the joint.
You got a piece of paper and a Sharpie? I'll fucking make up a sign for myself.
Dude, I'll make you a name tag right now.
All right.
We can write on the back of mine because it's going in the trash.
Wisdom, you're still one of my favorite chefs.
Awesome.
You're welcome on the show
Thanks for having
anytime,
me, guys.
All right, so at a cooking competition, a lot of times you're going to see a celebrity chef, and friend of the show, you were on a long time ago. Joe Elliott.
Yeah.
Welcome back, man.
Thanks, man. Just took the drive up to Plymouth.
So you came down to spy on the other chefs.
Yeah, I wanted to see what was going on. I heard the buzz. I wanted to come check it out.
Are you looking for like any tips, tricks? Like, what are you looking for?
I'm just looking for good food, really.
I'm trying to figure out how to become a judge. That's what I want to do.
That's a good job. That's a good job to have.
Okay. I think I get that.
Does that mean no?
I think so. Okay. All right, so we were going to try to break some news, but we can't. So we're going to skip over that.
Yeah, we didn't get a pool.
But all I'll say is it sounds like I'll be having more Joe Elliott food in my life.
Yeah, stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Big things coming.
So we'll get you back on the podcast, and at that point. So do you have any early predictions for who's going to take this?
I think Mark from Ella's is going to take this.
Yeah?
Honestly, yeah.
Man, I got to get to this place. I didn't even know it existed.
It's in Wareham. I went there a few years ago, tried it out, was blown away. I've done a couple other events, and Mark's been there as well, and his food is top notch, you know. Great guy, great chef, but it's tough.
The competition's crazy.
Yeah, some of these guys here can really cook, you know. It's awesome to watch, though.
So maybe next year we'll see some Joe Elliott action.
I'll throw my name in there right now if they want me here.
Yeah.
I'll cook here next year.
Nice.
If they're not scared.
All right, man. So we're going to let you go because you got some other people lined up.
Absolutely.
And it's good to see
All
you.
right, good seeing you.
All right,
Thank you
man.
very much.
Matt was just on the, I don't know if you know. Remember that episode we recorded like way back in February?
Yeah, so Jordan just told me that he listened to that episode, I think, this morning.
Yeah. I don't remember what we talked about.
I guess it was like a random shit show.
I remember our guest
I
canceled.
called you up for crying.
Our guest canceled. You happened to be there. So for our listeners, Matt Audette, friend of the show, and Tyler Jorbit from Mahoney's, correct? Yeah. And so this was your first year. I was Team Tyler the whole way, man. I told you that weeks ago.
Not my first year, but my first year by myself.
Yeah. So you're trying to break out from Jim's shadow, and you're doing some great stuff down there, Mahoney's.
Thank you. I didn't come here to win. I just came here to prove to everybody that I can do my own
That you
thing.
can operate a blender with the lid on.
Jesus.
Mike Wisdom. That was so weird. Matt just leaned forward to the mic, and I heard a voice somewhere else. I thought that was it. So what was it that you made today, and what beer did you use?
I did a seared lamb, and I did that one.
The Resistance is from the
I
top.
did the resistant. I did like a resistance beet syrup,
Yeah.
mushroom aioli, and seared leeks with thyme braised lamb.
Now, looking back, would you have done anything different? Or did you
I
do
would
it
have
exactly?
not overcooked my lamb.
Okay. Fair enough. That happens.
Originally, I wanted to do scallops, but everybody in the first round did scallops.
Wisdom was saying that he had other ideas, and then when he went to the pantry,
I had two other ideas, and then when I went to the pantry, all I had was clams.
So I'm not talking trash, but both Mark from Ella and Jim Casey had first shot at the pantry. Do you think that was part of what got them in? You can talk trash about Jim. Go ahead.
Everybody that has a first shot at the pantry is obviously going to have the best odds to win. But, no, Jim put up a fantastic dish. I'll never talk bad about the guy. He always is creative, and he'll never put out food that people don't want.
Yeah.
Ever. So, Mark
Talk
Mello's
trash. I'm like, come on.
But, no, Jim put up a fantastic dish and deserves to be where he's at right now.
That's very magnanimous. Any early predictions? Who's going to take this?
I want to see Jim and Co.
The final cook-off?
I agree. I'd love to see Jim and Co.
Jim and Co. Yep.
Steve and Co's too cocky for me, and Jim's just Jim's just Jim, and that's all I'm going to say.
I would love to see a little matchup between Mike Wisdom and Tyler because they're the youngest people in the competition.
I feel like that would be a great pair.
So I thought that would have been cool. But where we're at now with Jim and I'm also rooting for Jim and Co. I think that'll be a very good competition.
I feel like maybe some Friday night we can convince Tyler and Wisdom to do that and have like a Hot Pocket competition.
I'll fucking make a Hot Pocket.
All right, I think I'm going to find Wisdom and make that happen. All right. Why not? Tyler, it was great. I think you did a good job. Matt, thanks for whatever.
Yeah, dude, I'm here.
I got to go listen to that episode and figure out what the hell it was we talked about.
It was good. It was fun. So.
Are you saying that you remember, or did you listen to it?
I always have fun with you guys, so I'm gonna throw a bone your way, and that's it.
All right. Yeah, I just don't remember it at all. So.
It was like a random. Someone canceled on you.
It was very all over the place. So.
But we had fun.
Awesome.
So.
All right, man. Thanks. This whole throwdown is for charity, and we have Jack Cocho
Yes.
with the South Shore Community Action Council, and that's what the charity's about. So can you tell us a little bit about what the charity is?
Sure. Well, what we do is our mission is to eliminate poverty on the South Shore, which is a tall order, obviously. One of the programs that we have is our food resource program, which last year we did about 500,000 pounds of food to area pantries, councils on aging, churches, etc. That's the equivalent of about 400,000 meals. Part of the program that we do is called a backpack program. That's for kids that are going to school whose family don't necessarily have enough food for them for the weekends. And so what we do is we put together a backpack filled with foods for them to bring home on Friday afternoon to help them make it through the weekend so that they have enough food for the weekend. They come back on Monday, they bring the backpack back, we fill it back up again next week, and they bring it home again. That backpack program, we do about 500 children in different schools. We have about 14 schools right now. I think 11 or 12 of them are in Plymouth, and 2 or 3 of them are in Middleborough. Every year it increases by 1 or 2 schools. That's why I'm not quite sure exactly where we stand right now. But 500 kids are on this program. It's a great program. It's all done with donations and volunteers. We don't get any federal money. We don't get any state money. It's a great program. The kids need it. We've gotten back great responses from the families about this program.
And it's one of those things where, like, a hungry kid is going to struggle to study and to learn. It affects every part of their life.
Exactly.
Is this a need that's growing as time goes on?
Well, it's, just judging by the number of schools that keep contacting us and asking us to add them, I would say that it is increasing. And it does make a difference in the schools. We get back a significant amount of input from the teachers as to the students' response to having the food over the weekend. It really makes their day. One of the teachers said that they were asking, they heard that one of the kids, they asked, what's your favorite day of the week? And they said, Friday's my favorite day. And they said, why? Because I get my backpack on Friday.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, and the teachers say it makes a very big difference in the kids' lives.
Yeah.
When they come back to school.
And it gives them a positive spin on school, you know? It gives them another good thing, another aspect of school that they can look forward to. So, did you reach out to Mayflower, or did they reach out to you? How did that come to be?
Actually, they reached out to us. They heard about our program, and they did this last year, and they said, we're going to do this every year for you because this is about food, and this is about children, and it tugs at your heart when you hear that there are kids that don't have food for the weekend or at any certain time of their life,
Right.
And so they wanted to reach out. So they said they want to do this every year for us. They work so hard, and it's very enjoyable to watch them. They just make it fun to do something for the community.
This has been so much fun. It's been our first year here. It's been crazy. Just the turnout. Everyone's like doing a hell of a job here. It's phenomenal.
It's a great time,
couldn't ask for better weather than today.
Oh, it is beautiful out.
And the crew that puts this together for the Mayflower Brewing Company, I can't say enough about them. They're so good. They work so hard to do this for us. And they give us all of the proceeds.
Yeah.
You know, they really want to help us. It makes a big difference, and we're very grateful to them.
That's phenomenal. Where can listeners go online to find out, volunteer, donate? You have to have a website of some kind.
We do. South Shore Community Action Council. Just look it up. Just put that in, and Siri or who's the other one?
Google,
Bing,
yeah,
somebody.
whatever,
They'll
yeah.
all get you to us.
Yeah.
So, be no problem.
That's awesome. I think what you're doing is phenomenal, and if there's any way that we can help out, we'd be more than happy to.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And hopefully our listeners will pitch in a little bit, and because every dollar helps. What does it cost to feed a kid for a month with those backpacks?
Well, we figured about $20 a week for a kid, so about $100 will feed a child for the month. So,
Which is really, 2 nights out?
it's really
You know,
not a
it's
lot
not that much.
when you think about it. I mean, somebody was saying earlier today, you pay more than that for your TV and your computer.
Your cable, yeah,
your
sure.
cable. So,
Yeah. Well, again, I wish you guys the best of luck, and
Thank you very
I think
much.
it's awesome.
Appreciate it.
No
Good
problem.
to chat with you.
Yeah.
Take care.
I think it was like episode 3. We're up to like episode 150 now. Mike Morway is returning, the legend, the first guy to bring us snacks. Welcome back to the show.
Did I bring snacks?
You brought snacks, man.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. What did I bring?
Shepherd pie, bites.
Really?
Yeah. There might have been some wings. I don't remember. So you've moved on. You're at Trillium now.
I am.
So what's new? What's going on? What brings you here?
I'm just here to support all the local guys, hang out.
I can't help but notice you're not competing.
No, I'm too old for competing. I think I'm retired for the competing. I'm Jim Casey.
I was gonna say,
Is
you
Jim
can say
Casey
that.
still in it?
No, he
He's
just got.
not. I was rooting for Jim today.
I started off with Tyler, then I moved on to Jim.
Yeah.
And these last few guys, I don't know either one of them.
No,
so.
I don't even know who's in it. To be honest.
It's Mark from Ella's
Yep, Mark's great.
and Rob from Salt.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
So
Yeah, I think I'm retired from the competing days. I work too much.
yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have an idea of who's going to take this now? Because to me, it's a total crapshoot. I don't know either of their cooking.
I haven't eaten at either restaurant, so I
And
don't
neither
know,
have I.
To be honest.
Yeah. So I feel kind of bad now. I feel like I've let somebody down.
Well, no, I mean, this is the whole point of the competition is now
Spread the
you're
word.
like, I gotta go check out Ellis.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta go to Salt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the Salt people, they're all great. I've met Rob a couple times, seems like a good kid.
So what are you working on at Trilliums? What are you still doing the shepherd pie bites?
No, we're not doing that at Trillium. Trillium is it's a New England, it's like modern New England farmhouse food. We have a 162 acre farm in Connecticut. It's I don't want to say similar to Nosh. It's like Nosh on steroids.
Okay.
Basically, everything's made from scratch. No freezer, no preservatives, no bottles, no nothing.
Are you still using? There was one thing that you used at Nosh that was it like a jelly or there was one thing that you used. I can't remember. You told me.
Probably grape jelly for the meatloaf bites.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. We don't do those there.
No.
It's actually on the PD menu, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But not on the regular menu. Just a beast of a restaurant. 3 floors. First floor is a tap room. It's 500 seats in total.
Wow.
First floor is a tap room, patio. Second floor is more like open kitchen, wood-fired grill, fine dining, and then there's a full roof deck.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's a huge step up.
It's aggressive.
So,
yeah, it's aggressive.
So, loving it?
Yes. JC and us are innovative pioneers of the beer world, pretty much, and they're good people. They're the same age. There's no investors. It's like a husband and wife own the company, and they're my age. They have kids the same age as Brady.
Nice.
They're people.
Yeah.
And the business is like hard to find people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you're the people.
Yep.
It's hard to work for people that are actually people. Like,
Yeah. That's
my
not
last group was I worked for B&EG before that, and I was like also epic, but way different. Way different. Like, giant restaurant group, very famous investors.
So then you kind of become like a number.
Not really.
No?
Just a different expectation.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when Bob Kraft said he wants something, he's gonna get it done.
It's got to be happening.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah,
Well,
it's different.
So you talked about that you like bar talk. So we got to get you back on the podcast, even if we
I
have to
do.
come up to Trillium and record
I
there.
love bar talk. It's like being back home.
Yeah.
It's, just driving.
Hearing these idiots talk all the
Man,
time.
it's so great. It's so great. Listen to Jordan's, even your laugh. Like I know you guys. So it's funny, like listening.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting in traffic, and it's always like, especially when you guys laugh, it gets super loud. I'm always sitting in traffic, I got the windows open, and I'm listening to bar talk, and everyone's probably like, "What the hell is that guy listening to?" But
I'll have to get you a
enjoy
sticker
it.
for your car.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll get
missing the
down.
bar talk.
I have Sundays and Mondays off. Mondays are good for me. I can bring Brady to school in the morning.
Yeah.
Let's do a bar talk on a Monday.
All right,
I'm
man.
in.
We'll have to set that up.
Yeah, it'll
or
be
even
fun.
in just a regular Inebri-art, we'll talk.
Anything, man. Anything on a Monday afternoon's great for me.
You're always welcome
Yeah,
on the
absolutely.
show. You were there at
Appreciate
Ground
it.
Zero, and
I was. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the bites, but
dude, come on. I'm a
Shepherd's
chubby
pie.
guy. I'm always going to remember snacks. You
Snacks.
set a precedent. Now when chefs come on and be like, Mike Wisdom's like, can I bring? And I'm like, snacks? He's like, I was going to say my shoe chef. I'm like, snacks are better.
snacks are better, especially when wisdom brings it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Brady said Jake had a poop, so
Jake had a poop?
Brady's on the podcast now.
Nice. So we'll let you go because I know your
Cool.
kid's bored, and I
Yes.
get that. But thanks for giving us a
Awesome,
couple
man.
minutes,
Good to
man.
see you.
Yeah, we'll get you back
Good
on
to see
soon.
you, man. Take it easy.
Awesome. Thanks. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, you took a while, huh? I wish I had
Shut
an
up,
extra,
man.
I wish I had an extra week.
Can you cut this out? The part
You
where you
always talk
called
about
me
how
out for
you,
being late?
oh, I wish I had an extra week about you.
Shut up, man.
Because I could have used it.
Asshole.
I could
I
have used
get
an
it.
extra
Yeah,
week.
I know. I was late.
I understand.
Believe me, I heard a lot about
I was
it.
2 days late also.
2 days. 2 days. Oh my God. I was like a week and a half.
I went in on Tuesday. They won them
So
by
we're with
Friday.
Nick at Blue Eyed Crab here, who's calling me out for being late. Asshole. So competed in the bartender section.
I did.
I gotta say, it was madness over there. I couldn't get close. How did you fare?
I did
Obviously,
okay.
you didn't win because they just
I
announced
didn't win.
Mark.
No,
as the
I
winner.
knew Mark was going to win.
Yeah.
Mark had some ideas that were like kind of over
But that's
the...
kind of like Blue Eyed Crab, Malabar, still kind of the same
Yeah.
family. Yeah.
We are the same family.
So, what did you roll out with? How did you incorporate beer into it?
I rolled out with the first drink was a key lime pie Italian soda.
Okay.
Apparently it separated a little, which I didn't expect because it was like the cream was in the liquor, not separate, so I kind of expected it to stay together. That was my downfall, I think. But the second drink I did with the beer was a very, very painkiller.
Okay.
So I used the Resistance is Fruitile
Okay, that's a great beer.
and mixed it with a painkiller.
Okay.
Nutmeg, good stuff.
So, is this your first attempt at the bartender?
This is my second attempt, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so last year you lost. Tiso won,
Yep.
who didn't compete again. So do you think it's like not giving people a chance to take him down, or?
No, I feel like
I mean, he's had a kid
it's
and
for
everything.
fun.
Whatever.
I feel like people are having fun. People are just kind of going for it.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, let me showcase what I can do and have some fun. And I think a couple of us had a couple drinks beforehand.
Absolutely. So you're an artist.
I am.
You're a bartender. How do those cross connect? Like, where's the on the Venn diagram? Like, where's the?
I'm a freelance artist, so a lot of my work kind of is like by word of mouth.
Yep.
So being a bartender, it kind of helps out with me to get to know more people,
Yeah.
kind of like spread out my art, get my name out there.
But when you're making a drink, do you think about the visual appeal more than you would say another bartender may?
I do.
Yeah.
I actually think about visual, taste, everything that's like within a cocktail. About the visual is the first thing you look at. So you look at that cocktail, you
You're
think
like,
it's
ooh.
like, oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So that's the first, but you want it to taste good, you want it to be balanced. But like when it comes to art, it's like, all right, I want to make this like as detailed as possible. I want people to think in this way, that way. It's a little more detailed, I feel like, than bartending.
Yeah.
But there's similar aspects.
And so you're a scallop artist. I heard your scallop was a couple days late, but we won't touch on that. So where did your scallop end up?
Right at the entrance of eBay, East Bay. eBay.
Oh!
It's right at the entrance of the internet.
www.eastbay.com.
It's across the street from the Blue Eyed Crab, and it's at the entrance to East Bay and Lobster Rock.
So how did you find that experience overall? Because this was my second time through it.
Here?
Huh?
Here or the shell?
No, the shell.
The shell, I feel like I could have used an extra 2 weeks.
Yeah?
I feel like
I didn't take 2 weeks extra.
Yeah. I had a lot of art projects I had to push off because of freelance
I feel like I might have overcommitted a little, you know.
And I went super detailed on the front, so the back I feel like suffered a little.
See, I started on the back, and I feel like I spend more time on the back, and then the front, I'm like, oh god damn it, it's due.
Yeah. There was so many curves on the back that I was like, I'm gonna set that as my last focus.
I went pretty simple on the back. It was more just colors and stuff.
I did the same, very simple. I did the Mayflower Travelers on the back.
Yeah.
And just stone.
Oh, right, yeah.
But my
front,
my
I
front
know exactly what one. Yeah.
My front is the Mayflower.
If you went simple on the back, you're high. There's a lot. The one rule I had was no text. I'm not doing any text.
The detail in the front, though, I spent a lot of time getting that detail right.
So to me, the best part of the experience is the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Of it being out, people sending you pictures of it. That's the fun part.
That was a big thing. Get my name out there. I'm new to Plymouth. I'm from Cambridge, so to be like a new person down here and get my name out there and meet new people and like kind of spread out get like a big...
Just spread your shells.
Yeah, spread my wings. Get out there, be able to get more art jobs, and it's what I want to do. So.
Well, nice. Well, we have an art show coming up in October, so we expect a Nick piece in October.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Thank you very much.
No problem, man. Hey, congratulations.
Nice
Thanks
to meet
so much. Yeah. All right, so if you guys haven't been to the Malabar, you're missing out. And we are here with the award-winning bartender, Mark, who I've never seen you actually the Malabar.
I can do it, believe it or not. Yes.
So how'd you get involved in this, man? Like, Jim forced you?
No, last year I was a part of the first bartending competition. When we opened Malabar, almost 2 years ago now, I came on as a bartender, and so last year the hometown Throwdown came up, and it was for a good cause, like doing fun stuff like this, little competition, and got into it last year. I made it to the finals, fell just short.
Now, is any part of this kind of bittersweet because you didn't get to take Tissot down?
You know what? I'm glad I didn't have to go against Tissot again, because if he beat me 2 times in a row, that would have probably put me out of the game for the rest of my life,
So what was the award-winning drink? What buried it for you?
So the final round, they changed it up this year. They gave us like a chopped-style round where they had a cooler filled with a bunch of mystery ingredients. And we had to each use 3 of the mystery ingredients. So there was a lot of fruits in there. I pulled out a kiwi, some caramelized pineapple juice, and an orange liqueur. So and then I grabbed a strawberry off the out of the pantry, muddled up the kiwi, the strawberries, some simple little orange liqueur, tequila. I mean, who doesn't love tequila? Fresh fruit. So that was it.
I love tequila.
That was it, man.
So now if I go to Malabar, can I expect that drink?
You know what? We don't normally have kiwi or the gross ass caramelized pineapple juice that I happen to pick out.
Okay, so
but we can figure something.
If I go to Melbar, can I request a Mark drink?
Absolutely. Sarah Ann is from Mayflower Brewery. She comes in often, and she knows I like to mess around with tequila, so she puts it in my hands when she comes in sometimes. So
and
you're
now
more than welcome.
Is there any trash talking that's going to go on now because you went farther than Jim?
You know, in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
You know, we'll let that settle.
Like, all right, man. Like,
when he's least expecting it, I'll bring that up. You know, in a nice way, of course.
Yeah, I think it's been a great event. I mean, everyone seemed to have a great time. I'm glad that someone I know won because I didn't know the other guys went in the
Yeah, you know, all these guys that come out, you know, this was my second year, so I wasn't as nervous because I knew what to expect. Last year, it's nerve-wracking coming into a competition, not knowing what to expect. Everybody came out and did an awesome job. Chefs, bartenders, all the volunteers, all the people
all
that
for a
bought
good cause.
tickets, all for an amazing cause. And that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's about having fun and raising money. And that's
raising money and trying to get Jordan to shave that mustache.
You know what? I'm kind of upset because there was more talk about his mustache this year than mine. I unfortunately made a mistake on Wednesday morning and had to shave mine off. So the fact that he's getting a lot of comments about that pervy thing on his face, it's pervy.
Yeah. So, all right, man. I love everything you guys are doing at the Malabar. I'm sure we'll see each other, and thanks for stopping by. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Andy. I appreciate it. We'll see you at Malabar soon.
Awesome. All right, so we have the 4th annual Hometown Throwdown winner, Chef Rob, and his sous chef, Zach. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
So, did you go into this show being like, we're going to fucking win?
Kind of. We kind of went into it last year when I did it. I didn't make it past the first round. If I made it past the first round, I was going to be happy.
I told him he was going to win before.
All right, super loud. I can't hear Zach at all.
I can't hear anything.
Okay.
Anyways.
So I'm just going to nod at you, Zach. So what was the winning dish?
So we did a pan-seared chicken thigh with a ricotta gnudi, a mushroom ragu with a Mayflower porter kind of cream sauce.
So what was the hardest round? So yeah, the first round we had to include beer. The second round was red snapper. The third round was another secret ingredient. What was the most challenging round?
I'd say the last round, there just weren't a lot of ingredients left to work with.
Because the pantry had been picked over?
The pantry had kind of been picked over, yeah. We saw the halibut in the first round. We were like, we know how to work with this. We've done that. We utilize this a lot. Just kind of went with flavor profiles we knew worked. And second round, red snapper. That's one of my favorite fish to work with. So
it seemed like a lot of people were excited about that. And you know, Jim Casey went very French and did his thing. But, I mean, you took down Steve Coe, you took down Jim Casey. I mean...
This dude's 25 years old and just took down the best chefs in the North Shore.
South Shore.
South Shore. Sorry, I just moved from the North Shore.
Because the competition is off the charts.
Yeah. Especially the last round, working with Mark from Ella's, like, working up against him. He's one of the most talented chefs definitely around here. And
so are you concerned that you put a target on your back?
Probably.
He did. It's there.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, these are, you know, veteran chefs. If you're in your 20s, I mean, forget Mike Wisdom. Mike Wisdom can't operate a blender.
Mike's a good dude. He's my boy.
I know. That's why I give him shit.
Maybe we don't have as much experience as everybody, but we're really passionate about what we do, and we know what kind of flavors we always want to bring to the table, and that's what we did today, and it worked.
We had a lot of fun with it. Today's his first day working at Salt.
Yeah, it's my first day at Salt.
This is your first day?
Little bit of fun on the first day.
That's a fucked up first day.
I've known this dude for a while, but technically it's my first day at Salt.
So Salt's just a year old.
Yeah, as of last Wednesday.
So what kind of cuisine can we expect? Obviously, it's not going to be stuff cooked in a half an hour.
I'd say we like to showcase coastal cuisines from around the world and utilize really nice local products. And even if we're using something like a hamachi that's overnighted to us from Japan or, some gorgeous bronzino, whatever we might be getting in, of like some really gorgeous coastal, seafood, even, large format family style dining options. We just want to showcase really good products, great flavor, technique driven cooking, and that's kind of it.
And at the end of the day, it's all about family. So there's like, things from our childhood and stuff that have made their way onto the menu. And
we're trying
come
to
try it out,
family
please.
style dining, and what speaks more than some like family recipes to stuff that's a little bit more coastal from around the world.
Well, I think Plymouth, as a whole, is a huge family. I'm really
Definitely.
excited to see what you guys are going to do. I can't wait for like every chef in the town to put a contract out on your life. It's going to be very exciting. We got to get you guys in for a full episode at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
So I can actually hear what Zach's saying.
Would love to.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out soon.
Absolutely. And congratulations. I mean, this is just a huge challenge. You guys took it on, and I'm impressed. So I'm going to have to head over to Salt and check it out.
Yeah, please do.
For our listeners,
There's
if they
a little
haven't
bit of
hit
something
Salt,
for everyone.
if you haven't hit Salt, hit it up, man. It's clearly the best place in town.
Salt, Raw Bar, and Fine Cuisine.
Nice.
Thank
Awesome.
you very much.
Thanks so much. Okay, so, every once in a while, you miss an opportunity and you have to, pull it out of the ashes. We've talked to everybody except for Jill and Caitlin from Marabou, right? Marabou.
and Inspire.
So you guys competed today in the first round. You were just next to Mark.
Mark and Rob, the final two.
Yeah, so you guys were bookended by, obviously, the best chefs of the day.
We were sandwiched. We were the filling of greatness.
Was that...
In between the sandwich.
Yeah,
was
like
that,
Oreo cookie cream filling.
Were you intimidated by that, or...?
Hell no.
We've got our own thing going.
Yeah. So what did you make today?
So we made fried tomatillos, fried pork tenderloin, a beer gastrique,
Cornbread, spicy cornbread, and a beer honey lollipop.
Nice. Yeah. And your table inside was sampling out a pulled duck on a pretzel roll, which
with
was amazing.
Plum jam and pickled mustard seeds.
Nice.
Yes.
Is this the kind of fare that you can expect at Marabou? Now, Marabou's like a weird thing. It's like a restaurant, but it's a spa. Like, how does that work?
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on there. So we have the spa side, we have events, and we have the hotel, obviously, that has 50 guests.
So can I get like a pedicure and a pastrami sandwich?
And you could go up to lunch and get like a mushroom salad or a lobster roll, or an awesome dessert like the Marabou sundae.
Yes.
Oh, what is that?
That is a blondie sundae with vanilla ice cream and a melting chocolate dome.
Are you guys open like right now?
We are open 365.
365.
365 days a year.
Oh, nice. Okay.
24/7.
You're not open 24/7.
It's a hotel. So
well, not 24/7, but like 7
the
to
hotel
10.
is.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, 7 to 10 p.m. the restaurant's open.
Nice.
7 a.m.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been there?
I've been there since we opened 5 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've been there 2.5 years.
Yeah. Veterans there.
Yeah. And so do you feel there's a difference between being in South Plymouth and downtown? Are you more like...
Yeah, we like the small
Do you think you're
town
cooler
vibe.
because you're in South Plymouth? Is that what it's about?
But they think they're cooler for being downtown.
Yeah, we are cooler because we're
Right.
downtown. Yeah,
Right,
that's
exactly.
it.
Yeah. It's cool.
Is this your first Throwdown?
So I've competed with Jess Childers in the past.
Oh, we love Jess
Past
Childers.
couple of years. Yeah,
She's
she's awesome. She used to be the head chef at New World Tavern. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool how all the chefs you find in this area all work together in some form or way.
It's this weird, everybody's working for the same group of tourists.
Yeah, totally.
But in the same aspect, everyone's friends,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great. I love it here.
Someone works, yeah, it's very community-based restaurant.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not going to tell you my secrets, but I'm going to talk trash about you
Sometimes
in a fun way.
secrets will be told.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sometimes.
Lots of juice.
Yeah.
Did you learn any secrets today?
Any secrets?
That's a yes.
Always.
To be
There's
determined.
always new juice.
Yeah, too much juice for the podcast.
No, that's not how the podcast works.
This isn't Gossip Girl.
So,
No
what kind of
Gossip
fare
Girl.
do you normally have at the Maribel?
So we have a mix of like French, regional, New England, seasonal.
Was there? So, I'm trying to remember now because it's been. I'm like, I don't know, a bunch of beers in. So, would you guys have been thrown by the Red Snapper, or did you have a plan for the Red Snapper?
Oh, I didn't even see that.
We didn't hear that.
When was
Oh,
that? The next round?
That was the second round.
Okay.
Oh,
all
and
right,
I
lost
thought
that.
I was out of touch.
No, it was just so loud.
Yeah. So the second round, the surprise ingredient was Red Snapper. Do you think
Okay.
you would have had a?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I think like red snappers best cooked like high heat pan fry, like beautiful sear on it, and yeah. I think we
She
would've
can
been
do
fine.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So where can our listeners go to check out a menu, or do Maribel have a website? Like,
Yes, Maribel has a website with like all the menu items from brunch, lunch, breakfast, and dinner.
and does it change?
Dessert.
Does it change frequently, or?
I think we try to change it about like 3 times a year. So dessert menus out every season that are different. Yeah, the more of the creativity is definitely in the dessert menu. Like,
Now, who was the one chef that you really wanted to be?
that we wanted to beat.
Yeah.
Ryan Smith.
Yeah, tasty for sure.
Oh, Mike Wisdom?
Yes, definitely.
You guys definitely beat Mike Wisdom.
I hope.
Come on. He couldn't run a blender.
Maybe Jim Casey. I feel like he's
Yeah.
next level on my list.
Jim Casey's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he catered my wedding. It was so good.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, I'm glad we got to meet you guys.
So nice to meet you.
And hopefully we'll get you guys on for a full podcast.
That would be awesome.
Talk
Yeah,
food
thank
and
you.
snacks and.
Yeah.
What are you doing with my sunglasses, man? I gave you sunglasses so you could see. Now you're fucking them up.
You gave me a generous
Come
gift
on.
and I ruined it.
That's it. Forget it. All right, so we're
These
gonna.
are mine now.
I guess my sunglasses are stuck to Caitlin's head. So, thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for stealing my sunglasses. It's great. Every event has that one cog that it cannot happen without. And we couldn't get that person, so we got Sarah on.
Hi guys, how we doing?
Sarah is the heart and soul of Mayflower Brewing. This is the first time I've seen you today where you look relaxed.
That's an understatement.
So, how was the 4th annual Hometown Throwdown?
This was honestly the best year we've ever had. I mean, we doubled our tent size, we doubled our participation. I feel like everybody was just so involved this year. I'm a little early to say this, but based on what I've looked at, we have more than doubled our donation that we did last year.
Which is phenomenal.
So I am over the moon right now.
So, are you going to sleep straight for the next week, or
What's that?
are you going to sleep straight for the next week?
I think by the time I get home, my feet might be so sore I won't sleep, but after a couple mornings of getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm sure by tomorrow I probably won't get out of bed and I will enjoy every moment of it.
Now, obviously it's worth it because you're helping to feed kids, but what is the hardest part of this? Like, what part don't people understand? What goes on behind the scenes to throw a throwdown?
So a lot of it is coordinating chefs. They all have very busy schedules. We're asking a lot of these folks to come in and donate their time, their staff, their food. Thankfully, we have great chefs who are always willing to jump in. They're so great to participate, and they donate everything. So, but it's always a stretch trying to get paperwork and everything from them and get the permitting done. So, not to say anybody does anything wrong, but they definitely make me run around a little bit.
Who's the worst? No.
Not Stephen Co. This year he was fully licensed, so I didn't even have to chase him.
I think it's a phenomenal thing that you guys have done. It's our first time here. Hopefully you guys will have us back next year.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, people are still cooking. People are still here dancing.
Yeah, John Ricardo has offered to cook up some food, and I think a couple chefs have jumped in at this point. Everybody's going to sit down, have some food, and I think this is our first year of an impromptu dance party. So
Nice.
I am loving every moment of this.
And what made you choose, now I'm going to get it wrong, the South Shore Community Action Council? I got like 4 out of 5. That's pretty great.
So the way we got involved with them is actually through Stephen Bailey. He is very good friends with Jeff Nardone. We've always had a great relationship with him, and you know, it's a food competition. It's all about the food, so we wanted to do something that was based on food. So what better thing to do than to feed families?
And so every year you have to obviously make it bigger and better. Like, this has been over for 30 seconds. What are you doing about next year?
Next year, there's already talks about bigger filmings for it. Of course, hit more sponsors, starting a little earlier. I mean, we always fight with the past schedule, which is a difficult thing on when we get the date out to everybody. But, you know, I'm already anticipating getting 20 feet added onto our tent.
Yeah.
Seeing it maybe a bit more. And, I mean, the more people who want to get involved, the better this event gets. So.
It seems to be like the thing that the local chefs want to like throw into and kind of not prove themselves, but to have that bragging right.
Right.
Like
and I think all these chefs, they work together, and they are...
Like, you can't tell me Steve Coe's not super pissed right now.
Oh, absolutely. But it's in a fun and friendly way.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
It just gives them more steam for next year. And, I mean, honestly, having John Ricardo consult and help us with all the portions and everything, I mean, I might be in love with that man after doing this event with him. Sorry, Sarah.
Sorry, Matt.
I'm like apologizing to his wife. Yeah, sorry, Matt.
Sorry, Matt. Whatever.
But I mean, the biggest thing is just growing it every year and making sure that we can get these restaurants. Because, of course, they're all friends. They all visit each other's restaurants. So it's like fun ribbing, and it gives them like steam because the whole time building up, they're all talking to each other.
Yeah.
And sitting there like, oh, yeah, no, you're not making it this year. So, especially, you know, Tyler going up against Jim Casey. You know, somebody who worked under Jim for 10 years, and now
I think it's great that Tyler was in. You know,
absolutely.
Yeah, so.
And I mean, Mahoney's is such a great restaurant, and he's really coming into his own there, and I'm just so proud of him just to, like, see how everybody's grown since we started this event.
Yeah, it's such a family, like, not a family event like you can bring your family. I mean, it is a family. You can bring your family to it, but, like, everyone here is family, you know? Right. So I think it's amazing. Everyone at Mayflower is great. Except for Jeff.
He's all right.
He's all right. Whatever.
But again, we wouldn't be here without Jeff. I mean, Jeff is what brings all these restaurants
He's
in.
great. You work with him. I get it. You can tell us off the... Fish, shut out the mic so she can tell us what she really thinks about Jeff.
Yeah. Again, this is Jeff's brainchild. So I just come in and kind of help make everything flow and function and get everything together, but without Jeff, this event wouldn't be happening.
It was a great event, and it's 100% Plymouth, and
it is.
We hope to see more. So.
You know,
not specifically from you guys, but in general, like the Plymouth vibe.
You know, if we can do more and more events like this, we're happy to do it.
Outstanding.
Challenge accepted.
And you know, Inebri-art's down for anything, so.
And we're always happy to have you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for doing all the shit that we didn't see. I'm sure you coordinated more than anyone knows. And
it's my own secret.
I'm sure they don't pay you enough here, and Matt doesn't appreciate you enough.
Matt will be rubbing my sweaty feet.
Okay. Cut. That's gross. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for checking out the podcast. And don't forget to check out our other podcasts on the Inebri-art Podcast Network. There's the Bar Talk. There's Old Colony Cast. There's, of course, the Inebri-art Podcast. And our latest, Retro Redoctopus, a kind of nerd genre podcast that you can check out now, all available on our website at inebri-art.com. And pretty much available everywhere that podcasts are available, on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, all those things. And if you don't see it where you're looking, let us know. We'll try to get onto that as well. And you can also email us at Inebri-art@yahoo.com with your questions, complaints, and suggestions. And also, if you could take the time to rate and review us on iTunes, that would be phenomenal. That helps us get more exposure and bring more of these great podcasts to your ears. And thanks again for listening.